Well met everybody, and welcome to the new episode of Hearthstone Tips. This time we're gonna switch things up a little bit though, because with goblins versus gnomes hitting the market and exciting a lot of players out there, I wanted to focus certain new cards every now and then, and tell you why I think these cards deserve a special highlight. Alright, so let's get started with the priest class, and take a look at some of the new cards which I found to be particularly outstanding. The first card is Light of the Naaru, which is a 1 mana card that heals a target for 3 health, and if that target is still wounded afterwards, it'll spawn you a Light Warden for free. Now keep in mind that this healing effect does also count when you heal your own hero, so it provides some serious survivability for both Anduin himself and your minions. There are some sick combos out there, and I'm just gonna show you some video footage that demonstrates how good this card can be in both Constructed and the arena. Now in this first video example, I'm playing Light of the Naaru on myself before I decided to heal my Knife Juggler, and as you can see, the eager Light Warden is already ready to serve. Now he plays an Argent Commander and makes the mistake to ignore my Light's Warden. I'm lucky enough to, be able to buff it up quite a bit. First with a Power Word Shield, then with my Temple Warden. And there you go, boom! I drop another one that I just top decked. I was a little bit lucky there. But as you can see, the Light Warden that I basically got for free here was insane. And in the arena, when you get a free minion and you make something out of it, the value will just carry you on to victory. And there you go, even the Bomb Lobber couldn't get rid of it. And I dare say that in the end, the Light Warden won me the game here. I was a little bit lucky, but hey, that's all part of the game, right? Now, in the second video example, I play Light of the Naaru on myself, on Anduin, because against an aggressive hunter deck like my opponent was playing here, it is always good to keep some healing cards in the back. The Light Warden comes out, and I play my second Northshire Cleric, then weaken his Scientist, and draw 2 cards. Now, once again, my opponent makes a crucial mistake, and as many hunters like to do, he's just focusing on rushing me down as quickly as possible, which is something you shouldn't do. I mean, sometimes it's great, but when your opponent does have 2 Northshire Clerics and Light Warden on the board, that's not what you should do. So we get rid of the Scientist, buff our Light Warden up even further, pop the Secret, doesn't really do much since we buffed it up beforehand. So yeah, and just behold the beautiful Northshire Cleric Light Warden synergy. It is just so wonderful to behold. Later on in the game, he silenced my Light Warden, but still did not get rid of it. So not only was my Light Warden for free, it actually killed a bunch of stuff, did some damage, and baited out a silence. And it was just too much for him to keep up with, so I won the game. Now, the next card that I would like to highlight is a feisty little gnome calling himself the Recombobulator. This card costs you 2 mana and will tingle your minions just a little bit in order to create a new one with the same mana cost. While this is especially awesome in the arena to maintain a strong mana card even after you trade it against something, the Recombobulator's effect can be used in a really vicious way when playing as a priest. The only ingredient you need to make this recipe work is Shadow Madness. Once you've taken over one of your opponent's minions, attack with it, and ideally make it survive so you can then tickle it with your Recombobulator and keep the newly created minion for the rest of the game. Of course, I've also gathered some video footage for you guys about the Recombobulator as well, so just sit back and behold some ridiculous Recombobulator combos. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we will start things off with a very basic and simple way of using the Recombobulator with Shadow Madness. So we're stealing our opponent's Dark Cultist, Recombobulator in, and with a little bit of luck, we managed to get a minion that is just very convenient in our situation. The Wolf Rider Discharge is able to attack right away and get rid of our opponent's Blade Master. Boom, very nice. In the second video example, we have a Mokshan Warden on the board, which is something, I toyed around with. It's not something that I normally do, but I thought, Mokshan Warden with the Hobgoblin could be pretty nasty. Whatever, we're gonna take over our opponent's Sludge Belcher and Recombobulate it right away. And you can see that we did a crucial mistake there even. Like, I think that was at the point where I wasn't really familiar with the combo too well. So we should have attacked with the Sludge Belcher first, of course, and then Recombobulated, right? But even as it is, it's still very good play, because we get a free Gurubashi Berserker out of it, and basically steal a Sludge Belcher, which is a very popular card in many players' decks, so it's really a value explosion in my opinion. Now, we're also going to use Light of the Naaru, which I, introduced you early in the video. And as always, the free Light Warden is a really nice addition to have, because normally you can easily do a healing spell plus Light of the Naaru in the same turn, which means you get a free 3-2, yeah, and that's pretty cool. And last but not least, I would like to show you a very nice synergy combo with the Priest at 10 mana, when you can do such shenanigans, right? So we're going to start things off with the Shrinkmeister, reduce our opponent's minions' attack, then take it over, Shadow Madness, attack. This time I'm not doing the mistake of forgetting about it. Recombobulate it, and boom, there you go, out of the Shredder. We're getting a nice little 5-4 Golem, and it's just basically we got rid of our opponent's board and strengthened our own. And that's pretty much the best thing that could happen to you. Alright guys, to conclude this video I would like to encourage you to try out your own decks and combos. GvG is still brand new, and it's way too early to determine which cards will make it and which ones won't. As always, I would like to recommend you guys to test your new ideas and decks thoroughly though, and not just abandon them after 2 or 3 games. Thank you for watching everybody, and while we're at it, why don't you tell me about your own crazy deck ideas that you came up with ever since the release of GvG? Feel free to leave a comment down below, and maybe even subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more Hearthstone videos. See you next time, and may the card gods always watch over you.